What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another Shadowlands video. How y'all doing? It's patch day, baby! Let's get excited. It is today. Now listen, I don't know if I'm on the PTR right now. I feel like it should have already gone down for like maintenance, so I'm gonna make this a little quicker. I don't know what's going on. Like I should be kicked off right now, but we're gonna get a video in anyway. I want to show you guys a couple things. What are you going to be expecting on today when you actually get into Zereth Mortis? Like, how does that happen? How do you get from Ouroboros to Zereth Mortis? What's the first like couple of maybe couple hours like in this new patch? I want to explain that to you and kind of show you the path that you're going to have to take to get there. Make it a little easy if you guys aren't sure about that. So, first of all, you're going to want to start in Zereth in Ouroboros, of course. Let me take some coffee. My brain's not working. Start in Ouroboros, of course, and run into here, the Enclave. Now, this is where you change your covenants and all that jazz. This is where all the story people hang out. Tal Inara is going to have a quest above her head, and you're going to take that quest, okay? That's going to send you to the roof up here, where if you did the Sylvanas fight, that's where the Arbiter is. You're going to go up to the Arbiter area, and there's going to be like a little mini cutscene fight that goes on up there. Basically, like the Jailer's forces are all there. Like you're all talking about what to do now that the Arbiter is gone, because I think the Jailer like took the Arbiter's soul or whatever, right? So you go up there, and they're all trying to discuss what to do, and then these you get invaded by these forces from the Jailer, and then you have to basically you have to escape, and you escape into the new zone, into Zereth Mortis. And the problem is, like, the Waystone gets closed, so you get stuck there, quote-unquote. So, and I'll get to that in a minute. I'll get to all that stuff in a minute. But first of all, obviously you can pick your covenant here, and I just want to let you guys know what I'm doing moving into 9.2. We've talked about this in the comments and the YouTube videos and stuff, but I am going to stick with Necrolord. I was having a really good discussion on Discord yesterday with, where is it here? Enhance. Let me just look at it. I think it was Weepadang? Nope. It was Viox. Viox and I were going back and forth. So thank you for that, Viox. We were talking about, like, what do you want to do for your first build? And it was like, do you go Primal Lava Actuators? Do you go blah, blah, blah? As I've sort of said in the tier list, if you haven't seen the tier list video, go check that out. That was yesterday. We talked about all the different builds. I'm going to go for one that's a little bit more versatile in nature. And I think that Primal Lava Actuators is just getting... Oh, that's the wrong one. I think that Primal Lava Actuators is just getting such an enormous buff that it makes sense to run it moving in to 9.2. And the big buff, of course, right out of the gates is going to be that Lava Lash spreads Flame Shock. And then when you Primordial Wave and do your Lightning Bolt, it's going to hit everybody with Flame Shock on them. So it's like you press Lava Lash, you spread Flame Shock once, it goes to 4 targets, then you Primordial Wave somebody, you have 5 targets now for your Lightning Bolt. You press your Lightning Bolt, and it does a lot of damage. It does 150% of the normal damage. So that's why I'm running this on day 1, because I think it's going to be the strongest just running around in Zereth Mortis. And I'm also going to take this into my Raid and my Mythic Plus stuff. And I think it'll be versatile enough to be able to tackle both pieces of content. So what you could also run, though, is Primal Lava Actuators plus Venthyr. I mean, you guys have to make your choice here. I gave you the tier list video. We all just have to make a choice here, because I genuinely think there are multiple builds. I think Flocked was talking about his Doomwind's Hailstorm Venthyr build. That sounds really good, even though I've been memeing on him pretty hard about that. I think that build will actually work perfectly fine. So I just think for my purposes, I like Necrolord. I love the Soul Binds. I love the 120 Mastery that you get from this. Mastery, of course, is going to buff my fire damage, and I'm really leaning into fire damage pretty hard right now. Obviously not right now because I'm in the wrong build, but this is going to be like my setup, right? You get some Fire Dogs. You spread Lashing Flames buffs for your Flame Shocks. You have Mastery ticking. I could also run Bonesmith Hiermere and get Mastery here. This is like the Mythic Plus Mastery one. This is a ton of Mastery. So it's only for 5 seconds, so I don't like it as much. That's why I like Plague Divisor, because it's just a permanent. So that's like my plan. Also, Plague Divisor is going to help me when I get into the raid, because like Fleshcraft gets so incredibly strong in the raid. Like if there's mechanics going off and I'm about to die, I just channel Fleshcraft and I get a 20% DR, a damage reduction, right? 20% damage reduction, and because of final form or flesh form or ultimate form, I heal for like 12% of my maximum health. and it basically makes me invincible, and it gives me a huge shield, and it's giving me mastery. I just love this portion of the Necrolord Covenant, which is why I'm so excited to go Necrolord, and I also just love the interaction between Primordial Wave and Lightning Bolt, and it is getting an automatic buff in this patch because Lava Lash spreads Flame Shock so easily. I can get my Primordial Wave Lightning Bolts out so fast now. It used to be like Flame Shock, and then like Crash Lightning, and then Flame Shock over here, and then Primordial Wave over there, and then one more Flame Shock over here. That's 10 seconds that just went by of you trying to set up your Primordial Wave Lightning Bolt. Now, it's just literally Flame Shock, Lava Lash, Primordial Wave, Lightning Bolt. It's just like, it's like 3 or 4 seconds instead of 10. So, a massive quality of life buff to Necrolord. That's my case. This is me making my case for going Necrolord. This is why I'm doing it. You guys do not have to do this, of course. I don't think this is the best build. I think it's just the build I'm focused on for the beginning, and I think that you guys can run lots of other builds if you want to. So don't think for a second that this is like the only build you can pick. Let me get Twitch up here in case there's somebody hanging out and I'm ignoring them. Probably Flocked. He's probably here somewhere. So, okay. That's the Covenant stuff. You're going to run in here and talk to Talinara. She's going to send you to the roof. You're going to do the big roof fight with some of the Jailer's forces, and then you're going to get sent to Zereth Mortis, the new zone, and we're going to go there. I'm going to show you what that looks like. It's not going to look like this right away. This portal will not be open at first. You need to open this portal because the Jailer's forces essentially, like, wrecked your ability to do that. So, oh, hey, pig. I am ignoring you. That was on purpose, though. So you're not going to end up here at the beginning of the patch. I'll show you where you'll start, okay? This is obviously the new hub. This is Haven. This is where we're all going to hang out. You can walk on water. It's pretty cool now. Let me show you, though, the next where you're going to start, and I'll kind of start your journey for you and just show you step by step what it's going to look like. I'm doing this from memory, so I'm not going to remember everything exactly as it was, but we're going to show you anyway. So you're going to start over here. Excuse me, the Path of Inception, this huge water area, and you're going to start. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember why you end up there, but that's where you end up, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's pretty cool, actually. I mean, the introduction to this zone is really, really cool. If I'm honest, it's very, very cool. So you're gonna start over here. Fareem, who is your new like big NPC hub, he's gonna be starting here, but we'll get to him in a second. So you start out here with Pelagos. Pelagos comes with you from the Kyrian Covenant. He comes with you into here because there's story stuff for him later, and I'll explain that in a minute. But you start way out here on the water, which is really cool, okay? So you start here, and you're going to be like, what the heck's going on? And you kind of work your way in. And then Pelagos will be here. You have to do a little setup quest. There's, like, beacons on either side of this area here, right over here, 1 and 2. You have to go, like, activate these, like, beacons, and then it lets you come in. So then you come in, and Fareem is waiting for you, and he's like, what the heck? There's an outsider here, blah, blah, blah. And then you talk to him for a bit, and he's like, well, do some quests for me. So you do a couple of quests in here. You have to kill, like, some new guys here. That's another reason why I like Fleshcraft, actually, for the new zone, because the mobs in here are actually kind of hard to kill. They're actually really tough. As with all new zones in World of Warcraft, they make the mobs actually substantially tougher, and you have to have a decent eye level. My eye level is pretty crazy, right? I'm 250. So I won't have too much of a problem. But if you're running into this zone on a shaman, like if you just started up a shaman because you liked some of the videos that I was doing, and you're like, hey, I switched to shaman, I want to try that, and your eye level's like 210 or 230, you're gonna have maybe a tough time actually killing the mobs in here. So I think Fleshcraft's good for that. But anyway, you finish Fareem's quests, and then you talk to him again, and then he's like, okay, let's travel a little bit further, and you're gonna walk down here, and you get to take in the magnificence of this enormous ball, which is, of course, the Forge of Afterlives there. So you're going to run in here. I don't know if there's another quest to do right here, but the bottom line is you're going to run down to the middle zone here, and then you're going to hang a right. And you're going to head over here to Haven, and we're going to do that. So there is all kinds of stuff in here that you can obviously run around and touch. There's, like, treasures. This is a world quest right now, so that's not going to be there, but it's amazing, guys. Honestly, it's just a lot of fun. It's like every new zone. There's treasures all over the place. There's a treasure up in this tree. I've already gotten it, so it's not going to show up, but this is one of the first treasures I got. I'm 99% sure that this has a LeBron's ball. That this has got a it's actually all the way up there. See that nest up there? That's where it is right there. I think it's got a 242 like weapon in it. I forget how I think I jumped up here and then I like spam jumped. Oh, I messed it up. Anyway, you have to figure this out. I forget exactly. I think I jumped up here and then I spam jumped to get up here, and then you have to do a jump, jump, jump up the little balls. All these little balls, jump, jump, jump to get to that bird's nest. And when you get it, it's like this. It's like a 242 item. I remember that's exactly what it was. So anyway, you're gonna run to Haven. And you're going to get here, and then he's not going to be here. Bolvar's not going to be here yet. There'll be nothing. There'll be some very suspicious people who don't know why you're here. You have to do a couple of quests in here, and then your main quest line at the very beginning is reopening this portal right here. This little waystone to Oribos, because it's not open right away. So that's like your first thing that you're going to need to do. You start over here, you're going to walk all the way down here with Fareem, and then you're going to open up the waystone back into Oribos. Once you open that, then Bolvar and Jaina and everybody can come through. Thrall and who's the Tauren? It's a B, isn't it? I can't remember. Anyway, you're going to open up this portal, and then you'll have access to Oribos once again, and that's huge, because if you... What that essentially means is you don't have to go back to your Covenant Sanctums anymore. So you can just go right here. This will open up the Forge of Bonds for you in Haven. So then you can just travel to Oribos with the Waystone to go switch Covenants. Let's say you want to go to Kyrian. You switch to Kyrian, you go through the Waystone, then you come back through the Waystone into Haven and go to this Forge of Bonds instead of having to go all the way to Bastion, to Elysian Hold to switch your Covenant, your conduits and stuff. You can just do it in Haven, which is really, really nice, okay? So that's a nice quality of life change that's happening. Now, you get the Waystone set up, and then Bolvar will be here, and he will have patterns within patterns for you. This quest line right here. This is the 2 times weekly quest line. It's going to give you gear. There's actually gear in this box. I watched somebody open this box the other day, and it's got like, it'll have gear in it, like 242 eye level gear, and then a bunch of resources, and then you'll also get Cosmic Flux, which is there for crafting legendaries and yada yada yada. So make sure you pick up that quest. You're going to get a bunch of other quests. There will also be side quests to do over here. I think these guys over here had side quests to do. I am pretty sure that they gave you renown. They don't progress the story at all, so I wouldn't even do them right away if you want to just push the story. You want to talk to these main people here in the middle. They will push the story for you, and the #1 story is that... actually, you don't get the patterns within patterns yet. Sorry, I've jumped ahead. Bolvar and a bunch of other guys are going to ask you to do some quests in here. One of the quests they're going to ask you to do with Fareem is actually to go with Fareem up to a cave up here to the north. So you're not going to have access to this teleporter yet. You're going to unlock that as well. But here's what you're going to do. You're going to run with Fareem all the way over here, yada, yada, yada. There's a cave right here. He's going to take you here. And this is the next, like, most important area that you need to unlock is this cave-looking area right here. Okay, so it's got a teleporter, which you'll unlock as well. But really, you want to go down here to the cave. And this is, like, it's got some invisible barrier, and this is another zone. This is Fareem's main zone. Here he is. This is like this is where he hangs out. This has got his quest line. Of course, you're going to see he's going to have dailies for you that award more ciphers of the first ones. This is where the cipher of the first ones is. This is the progression piece for the outdoor zone in Zereth Mortis. They actually buffed a whole bunch of this stuff, making it easier to research. See, this only takes 5 seconds to research. 5 seconds to research. 5 seconds to research. Like, you can get all this research done very quickly. So all the research that's in here is going to help you in, like, the outdoor zone. It gives you buff to movement speed. It gives you access to new world quests. It gives you access to a whole bunch of cool stuff. But you're going to run in here with Fareem and Pelagos, and you're going to do some world quests for them. That's going to unlock this zone. Then, once you're done doing that, you're going to come back out, and there's one more zone that you need to unlock. Oops. Oh, yeah, it's up here. So this is the second most important sort of hub that you have to unlock with Fareem. Then Fareem is going to stay there, and he's going to send you out on your final little journey, and this is the most dangerous one. You have to travel across the desert over to Pilgrim's Grace, and that's what you're going to do. So the 3 Waystone things all connect to the different zones that you need to go through. So you're going to see we're going to cross over the grass into the desert, and this is just, it's just gorgeous, guys. This place is just absolutely gorgeous. But you're going to run through the desert area. It's very dangerous in the desert. Almost everybody here is like an elite. There's a bunch of elite enemies in here that are really tough to kill. So you got to be careful when you're running in here, especially if you're like on a new alt shaman character that you just started. You're going to run over here to Pilgrim's Grace. This is very close to the raid entrance. There's the new raid right there. You can see it. That's the new one, and it's Sepulchre. The first one's right there. So boom, you're here. You're in the new zone. What are you gonna do? There's guys to talk to. These guys over here have world quests. They won't have them right off the bat because I'm still talking about the story. You have to do the story stuff that you haven't finished yet. This is an enhancement console. This has to do with the cipher of the first ones, so you can actually like enhance yourself when you're out here in the combat in the outdoor world. You can add enhancements, which is really, really cool. That I don't have any unlock because I haven't done cipher the first ones, but this is what that's for, I believe. So every one of these zones, you can change your enhancements if you want to. But this is a hub. This has got all the people here, and there's a little area up above here. Yeah, it's up here. This has quest stuff as well, like main story quest stuff that you have to do. You talk to these guys, blah, blah, blah. They're interested in what's going on at the Sepulchre, I think, mostly. And this, of course, over here is the Sepulchre entrance to the Sepulchre. The first one's, it's locked right now, so you can't get there, but it has another translocator, and this will send you over to the raid. Now, this final zone, once you do a couple of quests for these guys, I don't even think I've finished them all yet. Yeah, I haven't even finished them all yet, actually. But I believe that there's basically 1 or 2 quests that you have to do in here, and then you will unlock world quests. Once you finish sort of whatever Fareem sent you here to do, then you go back to Haven, and you can unlock world quests, and then you can start doing patterns within patterns, which is the weekly. It is the, it's the twice weekly sort of thing that you can do here, right? So that's that. Once you've done the first zone, you unlock the Waystone back to Oribos. Then you come over here, you unlock the cipher of the first ones. Then you come over here to this third zone. I don't remember what you're unlocking. Maybe it's the Enhancement Console. I can't remember what you're unlocking in this third zone. But Fareem has one more thing for you to do. And then boom, you have access to World Quest. And your screen will look something like this. You'll have World Quest here, World Quest here. It drops 233 gear. One important note I want to make about the gear, look how it says Cypher Equipment. That means it's upgradable. That is the upgradable Cypher equipment that drops in this zone. And I believe that it's either in Haven or in Faith's Repose, in the Fareem hideout here. One of those two zones has the area that you can upgrade the Cypher equipment. And it has to do with Cypher of the first ones. Once again, you have to upgrade the Cypher of the first ones research console to be able to upgrade these pieces of gear. But again, if you're coming in with like a fresh shaman and you don't have a lot of really good gear, there's tons of ways to gear your alt up in Zareth Mortis, which is really cool. This is one of them with the Cypher equipment, and you can upgrade it with the Cypher of the first ones console. So that's really, really cool. But your screen will look something like this. It'll have 3 world quests up, and it will have world bosses. This guy's up right now. There's another world boss that spawns up here in Zolval's Grasp, and you have to go right here. I showed this before. There's a teleporter right there, and it will get you over to here. Something like that, right? Boom, boom. That's a world quest there. And then everything else, you just run around, and there are treasures to find in all these different zones. I haven't even explored this area over here. But there's all kinds of treasures to get, and I believe that some of them have a chance to drop even Renown. I think I got Renown out of one of them, but I'm not entirely sure about that. What I do know is that the world quests for sure give you Renown, and the story quests will give you Renown. Here's a chest right here that's below me. It must be in this cave or something. Maybe? Yeah, it looks like that goes down. Let's run down here. Try to dodge as many enemies as we can. This is the Nexus of Access. So this is a huge cave. I don't even know what's down here. I think there's a bunch of Cypher of the first one stuff. Like, you can see there's a sequence generator. If I had Cypher of the first one research done, I could interact with this. So this is really cool. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that you want, right, in this game. There's just really neat stuff going on. So, again, there's a treasure down this hallway. It looks like I can't even get there. See? So this treasure box is locked behind Cypher of the first one's stuff. Oh, wait, maybe I can. Hold on. There's a puzzle here? Pushing. Oh, here we go. Okay, what do I have to do? Oh, I did it. Did I? Oh, I did it. It bumped this one. Hey, there you go. I'm a genius. This is LeBron's ball. Okay, so here you go. We're gonna see if we can get this treasure. That was a really tough puzzle, guys. I'm pretty good at this stuff, you know. So you're gonna follow this ball down. Okay. Now there's a treasure in here. And there's something else. I'll touch that in a minute, but here we go. A bunch of stuff. Pock stuff. just junk to sell, and then 200 Cosmic Flux, which is real good. Cosmic Flux, I think, shows up here. Here it is, 782 Cosmic Flux. It's used to make legendaries, and it's also used in the Creation Catalyst, which makes mounts and all that stuff. It's not really, that's not coming yet, but it'll be here. Now you can teleport out of here, I guess. Unless there's nothing else to do. Let's teleport out. Leave it. Get me out of here. Okay, so there you go. That's a little puzzle. See that? Now, I don't know. Like I said, I do think the first part of that, there was like a console down there, right? I think that had Cypher the first one stuff that you need to do. So that's about it. That's what I wanted to show you. And I think that's all the different quest lines you need to. Let me just go over them again really quickly. There's a world boss I can kill there. Oh, what am I getting attacked by? Oh, there's the thing. I'm getting killed by a little bug. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to start in Oribos. You're going to talk to the person in the Enclave, Ilinar or something. She's going to send you to the roof of Oribos. You're going to do a little fight sequence. Then you're going to end up in Zereth Mortis in the Path of Inception. Then you're going to walk your way with Fareem, do some quests here, do another quest here, I think, and then you're going to finally get down to Haven. Your first job in Haven is to unlock the Waystone back to Oribos. That's what you're doing. You finish that, and then Fareem's like, I got a mission for you. Let's go up here to my new zone over here. You're going to unlock the Cypher of the first ones. Get that going with Fareem. And then I got one more quest for you. You're going to walk your way over here and go to Pilgrim's Grace. And you're going to unlock one more piece of content over there for the zone. And then, boom, you have world quests. You have access to the bosses here. You have access to everything. And then you can work on Cypher the first one research here, which is much easier to work on than it used to be. I would highly recommend you do as much Cypher of the first one research stuff as you can. Try to get some of that stuff done. And then you're going to come back down here, and Bolvar's going to have the patterns within patterns 2 times weekly quest for you. You got to make sure that you do that. And that's going to get you lots of rep. That's part of the rep grind. Not that there's a grind, but you can just get rep, and you can get all kinds of gear and resources for making your legendary items, and also for getting the Catalyst of Creation, the Creation Catalyst, sorry, which I think is in the middle somewhere, actually. And that'll help you to make those mounts and a bunch of cool stuff like that. So that's it. That's what you unlock. And then eventually next week, the raid will unlock, and we can get to it from Pilgrim's Grace right here, right? That'll teleport you to the raid. And I think that all these other zones are going to unlock as we get access to them with the Cypher of the first ones. I believe that you can get access to, like, this zone here, and this one, and this one, and this one with Cypher of the first one's research. Now, you can access this top part right away. This is full of elites. You have to be very, very careful about this island. Full of elites, and it's got the weekly world boss in it, the big guy that you're going to need to kill. You can teleport to him from there. So that's it. That's the summary. I just wanted to let you guys know what's going on today. This is exactly what you can do today. And the build that I'm going to be running is, of course, Necrolord, because I think that the buffs to Lava Lash and spreading of Flame Shocks just makes it so easy to get that big lightning bolt out there. So I'm excited to do that. I'm really excited for the new patch. So that's it, guys. This is patch day. I'm going to be on later tonight. I'm going to be running around with you guys. I will be streaming it, and I'll be on Discord. I think I'm going to be in my Discord. And so come and join me. Jump on the Discord with me and jump into the stream, and we're going to be running around Zereth Mortis together. It looks like, for me, I don't think the patch is going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, which is mine, which is, I think, 3 p.m. Pacific Time. So if you're on around that time, jump on with me. Let's jump in and have some fun in the new patch in Zereth Mortis. And until then, I'll catch you later.